In order to learn the names of the keys on a piano, you only need to know two things. You need to be able to say your ABCs up to G, which you learned in kindergarten, and you need to know the name of one key. From that one key, you can use it as a reference point to figure out the names of the rest of the keys. The key that I'm going to use as a reference point is the key C. Now, how do I figure out where the C is? I'm going to use the black keys to figure this out. Look here at this group of 2 black keys. You'll notice that there's a gap and then there's a group of 3 black keys. These are the only black keys you need to know, because this group of 5 black keys just repeats itself over and over and over, all the way up the piano and all the way down the piano. Now look at the 2 black keys. The note immediately to the left of this grouping is called a C. And this is true anywhere on the piano. Here's 2 black keys. The key immediately to the left is called a C. So everything within this span is all you need to know to learn the keys of a piano. Now that we have a reference point, we know what a C is, we can figure out the rest of the keys. Can you say your ABCs? What comes below C? B. What comes before B? A. Now let's count up all the way to G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And that's all you need to know, because after G, it just starts over again on A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So now you know the white keys. The black keys are pretty much just as easy, because now that you know the white keys, you get a 50% discount on the black keys, because you already halfway know them. Now each black key can have two different names. Don't worry yourself about which one to call it, just know that each one can have 2 different names, but it's very easy to figure out those names. You'll notice that each black key is in between 2 white keys. This black key is in between the C and the D. This black key is in between the D and the E. This black key is in between the F and the G, and so on. Essentially, each black key is touching 2 different keys. And because it's touching these 2 different keys, that means it can share in each of those keys' names. If it's going to share the C name, you call it a C sharp. If this one is going to share a name with D, you call it a D flat. If you go up, it's sharp. If you go down, it's flat. So this key can be C sharp or D flat. Look at this one. It's in between the D and the E. So this one is essentially touching the D and it's touching the E. So it can share in each of these keys' names. If it's going to share the D name, it's going to be called a D sharp. If it's going to share a name with the E, it's going to be called an E flat. Let's look at the next one. The same case. It's in between the F and the G. So it's going to share in either one of those names. If it's going to share with the F, you call it an F sharp. If it's going to share a name with the G, you call it a G flat. The same thing here. This black key is in between G and A. So if it shares a name with the G, it can be called G sharp. If it's going to share a name with the A, it can be called A flat. And the final one. This key is in between the A and the B. If it's going to share a name with the A, you call it A sharp. If it's going to share a name with the B, you call it B flat. Now see, that was pretty easy. All you need to learn are 12 notes, and now you know the notes on the whole keyboard. The white keys are easy because all you need is a reference point, which I told you is a C, and then all you got to do is say your ABCs, up or down, and you can figure out the white keys. The black keys are just as easy. There's only 5 of them, and they share in the names of the white keys. You just need to add a sharp or a flat, and they're interchangeable. Don't think about which one to call it, just the first one that comes to your mind. B flat, D sharp. Any musician will know what you're talking about. So I hope you like this video. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, go to my Facebook and like it. I'll see you next time.